Oh, it's very confusing, this, Twiggles, isn't it? It's all wrong. It's all wrong. You getting in, Mr. Boo? Oh, she says this isn't what normally happens. Don't you? Definitely not what normally happens. Looking forward to this.
Good. I'm glad. Are you? You look scared, Twiggy.
Not the only one.
No, it's okay, I know where they go, it's just they're a bit bigger and janglier on the knees.
Going to undo my belt. I've got a feeling I might start to churn up.
Shall we?
Big advantage in to do a full turn here. I have to go to the turning circle with Grandy Pandy. He won't get round fully. To go reverse. I mean, you can get round. No, you're gonna have to go further back, bro. No, you can further back. You can't.
Oh, you can do it like this. If
Well, you didn't allow yourself enough space. I'm trying to help you. I'm not telling you what to do, but there's no way you're going to get around. Just walk up the middle of the road now. This is where they put in that new, they put it in, new telegraph pole. Remember they sent us plans? Let's see whether it's recording up there.
Nice, I've just changed up there so there's a million cars. Do you know what I mean?
That's fine, I'm just wondering what you can see. It's a nice old Porsche. Now, what prompted you to get in Elton and do some secret driving, Mr. Boo?
Well, my lovely Camilla motorbike
electric scooter
is sick.
Again. Sick again.
And I am sick of it being sick.
Though this time you do know what the thing is, and you should have got it mended, but you've been, instead of getting a new switch, you've been hot wiring it, haven't you? And there's a bus desperately trying to get around it, I think.
It'll have to wait.
It will have to wait.
I've got things.
Exactly, you can wait.
Slow travel, everyone.
Slow travel. So that prompted you to get in it yesterday, and also you had things to deliver, didn't you?
I had things to deliver. I had to go and collect things for the Airbnbs, and yeah, it's cold. It's cold to be walking and getting on the bicycle.
It looks sunny out there. It is sunny, but when you're on the scooter, you need your woolies, you need your winter warmers, you need your willy warmers. What happened to willy warmers? Do you remember there was a sort of thing in the 80s? Everybody had a willy warmer. Maybe that was just used, but anyway, let's see what happens when we get to Nice. It's very weird for me to be sat in the passenger seat. I can't say how much I enjoy it. You're doing very well, Mr. Boo.
Thank you.
I feel very safe. How are you, Twigs? Twiggy's a bit confused because usually she's sat on Mr. Boo's lap, but she's still asleep. Usual thing. She thinks cars are for sleeping in. And they are.
to go to sleep at the wheel.
This bus behind you is really not enjoying this journey behind you. But it's tough, you're having a driving lesson. You've got to be careful.
Lesson. Get over it.
But, you could go a tad faster. Just a bit. Just a little bit. Thinking it's super slow, you're doing 41. You're nearly at top speed anyway. It's just I'm used to being in the pan the last few months, so it's a different feel. This feels like pedaling.
We're crawling.
It feels like analog.
I will say, as I practiced yesterday, and I went to like the post office and stuff.
What's the speed bump? Yeah.
Even I was like, man, this is really slow. Right. And the scooter only goes at 50.
I know. But we're hoping, if now Mr. Boo is driving, if all goes to plan, that we might actually be able to do these famed comparison tests between the Grande Panda, which is of course a conventional full-on city car but electric, and this, which is a quadricycle, because what we're interested in is it really slower to come into town in a car like this than it is to come in the Grande Panda, which is much more powerful, but also of course much more difficult to park as it's bigger. So those are tests we're going to attempt to do. We'll have some wacky races, Mr. Boo.
Oh, I just cannot wait.
Oh, I thought that was a bit of a person. It was somebody's woolly hat. It might be their willy warmer.
It might have been their willy warmer.
Willy warmer might have come off on their bike. I can't remember who invented it, the willy warmer. I think they were a Scottish thing. Maybe they still have them in Scotland.
Which lane should I be in? This one?
Yeah. You're going to go our normal route to the gym.
As if I'm going to the gym.
Yeah. Are you nervous? A bit.
Now that we're in like a more of a double laney situation, and I know that's going to be trafficy, and I know this bus is going to try and get to the... I know the road and what's going to happen.
I mean, you are used to being on the road, but on a scooter.
Yeah.
Just remember to use your indicators if you're moving across, and they know what you're doing. That man was smiling, he was on candid camera. Oh, this guy's going to just walk into the road and get killed. It's just very sensible. That's okay, so you'll probably want to slightly move over, indicate. No, indicate, that's it. So you're coming into this. Just for safety, I think. People know what you're doing. This one.
Yes.
Sometimes we charge up here, but I don't think the space is available. No, it's full on the right.
That's okay.
Is that electric? Oh, it is. It's an ID4. I'll forgive them, but they're not plugged in.
Well, that's naughty.
We've never done that, have we?
We never do that.
We try not
If
to.
you're parking in an electric space, you should be plugged in.
But we do sometimes. On a Sunday, in a storm. Cheat. Now, it is always a monster struggle to park in this area. In fact, yesterday I ended up parking about 1 kilometre away from the gym. in the Panda, but often there is a little gap that you could get the me in. So let's see if we can, and then we'll see how your parking is.
That's something they haven't practiced.
No. I'll direct you. Nice Renault 5 over there in black. Off you go. Just watch for cars here, they're a bit naughty, aren't they? See what I mean?
Go on then.
I've never known what they... I think they should give way to us, but I don't know.
Sometimes they don't though.
Yeah, no. Yellow Renault 5, they're everywhere, these Renault 5s. Everywhere.
Animal City's closed.
Ooh.
No treats for you today,
No
Twix.
treats, Twix. Twiggy's favourite pet shop. But as usual, zero parking available. It never really improves, niece. But you see, in a storm, I won't make you do it, you could get out in there. It's our right away, yeah. It's very tricky.
So should it be going left on this one?
Yeah.
Let's go back.
We could get in that one, but definitely. But won't be the easiest one to watch out, man. Difficulty is when you start looking for parking spaces, you stop looking at the road. I've had that myself many times. And the French always have these crossings straight after a turn, which I still, after 20 years, find really difficult to get my head around, because you make the decision to do the turn and you totally forget that you might have to then stop again immediately because somebody's crossing.
Is this person leaving? No, this person's parking.
This person's parking. Ooh, Helton's getting toasty as usual. So there is electric. Watch out from the right. Man on trottinette. Is this a space here? Yeah. Let's go for this one. Yeah. So pull up in line with the mirror. Mirror to mirror is the key, I'm told. Right, I'm going to get out and then direct you and make sure we've got some film footage of this event. Oh, no, Twigs can go on the floor. You can't order and drive, can you? That's not a sensible idea. Now you're staying in, Twigs.
Put her on the chair.
Yeah, I will.
Right. No, you're not getting out, baby.
No.
See here. Yeah?
Mais comment elle...
Ça fait 8 fois qu'elle avance.
Non mais sérieusement?
Right, Mr. Boo, show us what you're made of and don't tread in it. Ooh, it's a big space. You shouldn't have any problem. You could get 3 of me's in here. Oh, it's a bit steep. Bit steep, so we're going to have to correct. Oh, you're going to correct a bit further. Oh.
Am I going to hit the thing?
Yeah, go back a bit further. And then you're going to have to go forward. You curbed it a bit. Just a tiny bit forward. Further round your wheel. That's it, further round. Little bit forward, but be very careful. Further again, another foot. Whoa. Bit further, you'll just about manage it then. If you go a bit further. 6 inches, another 6. That's good.
6.
And then straighten up the wheel here. And then just go back a little bit. That's it. Perfect, Mr. Boo.
Not
And
too
Twigs.
shabby.
What do you reckon to his parking, Twigs?
Yeah.
Winner.
Wiener. Biscuit dinner.
Handbrake on.
Yeah, why not?
Je fais la da 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 da, tu fais la da 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 da.
So, having parked, Mr. Boo, you now have to get out, and we're going to push this a stage further, possibly. We shouldn't, but we do need to go to Lidl, don't we, to get some bits.
We do.
And Lidl has a an underground car park, and well, I think it'd be a good challenge for you to drive out into an underground car park. Well, I've never had a problem.
Sure. Sounds fun. Let's do it.
Let's do it, Twigs.
Okay.
Right, so yeah, reverse. Okay, wait, that's it. You've enough now. You can get out. Signal.
I can't really see
Why not?
because of the mirror. You need to push it back a bit. That's too far. Thank you. I still can't really see, so I'm going to need.
Well,
a bit of
no,
guidance.
you need to be seeing it. Let's get it right. Where do you want it? I said to you before.
No, I can't see behind that car. It's too big.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Is that okay position-wise?
Yeah, it's a great position, but I still can't see around that car.
You have to just pull out a little bit, just edge.
Yeah.
But don't commit.
So the red motorbike.
Yeah. You look alright to me, but just edge out so you can see. That's all you can do, because you will be by yourself.
Yeah, because there's somebody coming now, though. I can see that one.
Yeah. Yeah. You're clear after this one, I think, as far as I can see. So get halfway out, and then if they've seen you, they won't drive into you, as long as you're not doing it too fast. Very much last words. So I'd stick in this lane, yeah. So we're going on to now one of the most horrible roads in Nice, if not the most horrible, I would say, Rubala. The most trafficy, the most aggressive, the most messy in terms of everything going on, and trams coming across it and all of that.
Delightful orange hoodie.
Nice Vaporetto Lambretta, isn't it?
Bit noisy.
You don't hear many of those these days.
Push chair.
It all happens like a computer game coming down here, because of these cross streets, and of course that wonderful French rule of giving way to the right can lead to all kinds of confusion, because it mostly is adhered to on here, but not entirely, is it?
No.
Many people get confused, so I tend to just edge out regardless. I never trust that people are going to do it right. So signal. What do we need in Lidl?
Crash helmets.
Crash helmet. Maybe they'll have some on the centre aisle. What do they call those bags? Airbags. Maybe they'll have some airbags. One thing the Citroen doesn't have. Well, there are many things it doesn't have, but airbags is definitely one of them. It was part of the reason on some of those longer journeys we've been using Grandi Pandi, but largely because you can put the roof tent on, and you know, it would have been such fun to have taken Elton round Corsica, but there is just no way. I mean, that one of those journeys was 4 hours 10 minutes over the mountains with no charges. We would
Literally no charges.
It wouldn't have been that we'd have spent the whole time charging, we'd just spent the whole time pushing. The only way to have done it would have been on the coast roads and sticking to the main roads, and that wasn't the point of it, really. But in many ways, Elton would have been perfect for it with 150 range, but not with 75.
I don't think I've been on Rubala.
Well, this is your first. If you can cope with Bali, you can cope with anything, and it's not too busy today at the minute. Usually this is, isn't it, traffic?
Yeah.
Just
Should
wall
I be
to
getting
wall.
into that lane?
No, well, you could do, yeah. Signal though.
I can't be too late now.
Yeah, you could have done it easy. Yeah, because you're going to go right over the far side.
It's okay.
You'll have to let somebody let you in and signal, though, if you want to. Yeah. Go for it.
Woman.
Stop signal, yeah. Tram track negotiated. I'd forgotten what no suspension was like. I mean, minimal suspension. But there is actually something about the Citroen Amaze suspension that's kind of fun because it's go-karty, and there's a real connection to the road that you're on, isn't there? Whereas, you know, in a normal car or in the Panda, it's a bit more floaty. Somebody described the Panda's suspension as being a bit like one of those seats you get in a truck that float, you know, the air suspension seats, and it does have a bit of a feel of that. It's like unreality. It's very comfy, but it doesn't necessarily correspond to the road you're on. So this is the new park to the extension, the new urban forest translation.
Still doing works as
Yeah.
yes.
So you're not green, are you now?
I'm not green.
Still red. It's very confusing. That goes green. You
Straight to a red light, I mean.
that's a way to do it.
I mean, if I had a flag on.
But this will get, well, why is this red and that green? That's so annoying. We'll get to the other side and it'll be green.
Mhm.
It'll go red. Oh, he's going straight. Look at that. Not messing about.
No
He's like one of those early pioneer motorists with a flag. You're going to make it. Oh.
Oh, you're joking. Not another one.
I knew about that. Oh, this is a big junction, Mr. Boo. Cars coming from all angles. You've got to get down that little slip road over there by Diva. What did Diva sell? Oh, jewel? No, I don't know what it is.
I think it's a beautician's.
I'd open that restaurant on the corner, reopen it, and I'd call it the Forest, and I'd fill it full of trees and shrubbery and stuff, and theme it around the new urban forest.
And there'll be a Citroen and me in the middle.
The Forest restaurant, maybe. Yeah. Selling panini.
Oh, aye.
Cyclists. You see, the great thing about being a cyclist, you don't get killed if a car drives into you. You're immune from red lights and the dangers therein. Somebody having a lesson. He's going up that street. You're going to have to go up there, Mr. Bill, then come around the far side into the main road and then down into the multi-store, and it's very tight.
I couldn't do that.
The little multi-store. If you go.
High enough down this one, isn't it?
Lots of mechanics' workshops up this street on that side. I think they may get pushed out a little bit now the urban forest is open, but it's still quite. There you go. There's one. Still quite real up here.
Good jumpsuit, that.
Another one there. You're not meant to be looking at the mechanic fashions. You're meant to be thinking about the vehicles.
You could have jumped into the road.
Coiffure mixed. So you're going to steal right. You're going to steal around this where we shouldn't do a right, but we always do.
That is my intention.
Yes. Just check for the police. There's
No,
nobody
it's-
behind us, is there?
There's a rooftop tent person behind.
Good.
A fellow adventurer.
Hello, adventurer. Signal. Even though you shouldn't do it. No right turn. You might get some points on your licence. Oh, you haven't got one.
Oh, I haven't got one.
You could get a 5 though, couldn't you? 135.
But it's a bit sharp, isn't it?
I know. This is why you understand now why I go crazy with these trottinettes and scooters that just appear from. You've constantly got to be checking these side mirrors because they don't. They just appear. And then you're going to go right again, aren't you?
Yeah.
Into the traffic coming off the motorway.
Okay, yes, I know. You don't need to tell me that bit. Behind the Citroen and me, in fact. Oops. tread.
Who's got right of way? I got into a mess of this the other day. That's a solid line there, isn't it? So we have when it's green,
Yeah.
I think, but I don't know whether people really know it because somebody nearly drove into me the other day.
But also, this is another one where you're coming around the corner, and if there's a pedestrian there and they've hit the little green man, you're turning straight into a red line.
There's an ambulance there in case it all goes wrong.
And a little Citroen me behind it.
Is there?
Yeah. Probably a better driver.
Oh
than
yeah,
me.
hidden in there, little me. There he is. There he is. They've sold a lot of Amis down here, and they've also sold a lot of Topolinos, I tell you. A lot. Even though there's a premium price-wise, and even though they're the same vehicle, stylistically they're just very Riviera. It's what we guessed. I'd say the Ami tends to be the school kids, and the Topolino, the ladies.
So it's down
Like
here,
the
yeah.
older- yeah. Yeah.
No humans.
No humans, just be really careful as you go down on the brake. It's to the right, isn't it?
I don't need to indicate in here though.
Well, you should really. To be honest, it's a damn sight easier coming down here in this than the Panda. There's so much more room. These car parks, they really are not built for anything big.
Is it a
A
ticket?
ticket, maybe. Yeah. Oh, and it's gone anyway. No ticket.
And then left.
Yeah.
Are you going to make me reverse into a space?
If you want, or you could just pull in, I don't care.
In that case, I'll pull into that one in the middle.
Well, handbrake, please. It's not like the Panda, the auto handbrake. Well, Mr. Boo, I think you've done quite well there.
Let's go shopping.
Let's go shopping in Lidl. See what they've got in the centre aisle for Citroen Amis. Well, I think this bodes well for the future for our Citroen Ami adventures in 2026, when we maybe we can use both vehicles and do some experiments, challenges.
Mon Dieu.
Mon Dieu. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like, please give us a comment, please think about buying us a coffee. But most of all, folks, remember, stay charged.
Bye.